You're watching Let's Chat.
Really cool new production opening up at the Chattanooga Theater Center. Alicia Hamer is the director of the show we're going to talk about, and also Courtney Warner is one of the stars in The Piano Lesson. First of all, Alicia and Courtney, good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning.
This sort of continues a trilogy, actually. It's the August Wilson Century Cycle. Tell me a little bit about that before we get into the specifics of The Piano Lesson.
The Century Cycle is 10 plays that are all set in Pittsburgh, written by August Wilson, and so yeah, that's why they're called the Century Cycle.
What drew you to this particular production?
I have always loved August Wilson, and it was just time for me personally to do something that I like to do, get back into theater, which I did a lot in high school and college.
Right.
So I just took the chance and auditioned, and super excited to be part of it.
Wow, you landed it.
Yeah.
You landed it. Tell me about the rehearsal process. This is, I would imagine rehearsing for something like this is a bit different as opposed to practicing for something that's kind of new. This has got to be, you got a pretty big set of shoes to fill on this.
Oh yeah, it's we rehearse every evening, at least 3 hours.
Really?
The actors have lots of dialogue that they have to memorize, and as well as their blocking. And then this week we'll be going into our tech week, so we'll be adding in the costumes and the lights and the sound and the props. So it's a very exciting time.
It is an exciting process, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of like giving birth to a baby. The actors have told me anyway. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
it's a lot of work. It takes your whole body, just like giving birth to a baby. You have to get outside of yourself, become your character. You have to remember what time period the piece is, so you're not doing things that somebody would do modern time, saying things that people are doing modern time. It takes a lot of work.
What is the time period the piano lesson is set in?
It's in the 1930s.
Wow, 1930s. So obviously you're limited quite a bit at doing a piece that was set back in the 30s.
Right.
What's the hardest part of that?
It is staying true to the time period, and I think the crew at the Chattanooga Theater Center does a wonderful job with making sure the costumes are appropriate, making sure that everything they put on the set is appropriate. So the furniture, the dishes, the decorations, everything has to be appropriate.
Seems frequently the folks who do the backstage stuff, and they do the heavy lifting in a lot of cases, they simply get overlooked, and we're certainly going to give them their appropriate due here this morning. What do you want the takeaway message from this particular story to be?
I think the biggest takeaway from the piano lesson is to always remember where you came from, but don't let that get you so stuck in a certain place that you can't grow. I think that's the main focus of the whole story. You always have to remember those who came before you, but don't let it get you stuck in a place.
Have you learned anything about yourself during this process?
I think I have. I think I've learned that I'm a lot better than I think I am. I think that's the main thing I've learned. I don't want that to sound braggy, but I think I'm a lot better than I think I am. And I think I've learned that there's a lot more for me to learn as far as theater, as far as August Wilson, as far as all of it is concerned. I'm just excited to grow, and this has been a stepping stone for me to grow.
Alicia, same question for you.
I've learned that you have to direct each actor differently, much like teachers have to teach students differently. There's not one blanket way that works for everyone. So I've learned to be even more flexible in being able to reach the different actors that I'm working with.
When does the show debut? When's it come out?
Yeah, we open Friday, this Friday.
Right.
At 8 p.m. Then we have a show Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday 2:30, and then the next week, Thursday through Sunday, shows on Thursday start at 7, Friday, Saturday at 8, Sunday at 2:30.
Are you getting any last-minute butterflies?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Like she said, this is tech week, so we have lights, sounds, costumes. It's all new to us.
And
so.
how do you deal with those last-minute butterflies?
You just have to breathe through it, and butterflies are important. It means you care.
Sure. Very nice. Very well said, ladies. We got to leave it there. Alicia, Courtney, thank you both for joining us. And
Thank you for having us.
Break a leg. Find out more about how you can get tickets and the show dates and all that sort of thing. You can check out the Theater Center's website. It is theatercenter.com. Theatercenter.com. Stick around. We'll be right back with more of Let's Chat.